Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. I have a good friend and a new member to Hannah's Dream, and I'd like to introduce to you and listen from him. Hi, Shaw. Rick, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Thank you. Thank you for asking, and thank you for taking our time.
Well, it's a privilege to be here, and I look forward to speaking about the project.
Thank you. Tell us first about yourself.
I grew up in Southern Ohio. I attended Ohio State University. Got a degree in mechanical engineering, which I found engineering to be a boring occupation. So I moved to Los Angeles and pursued my career as a stuntman. So I learned the business of doing stunts, the different angles. There's a lot of knowledge and science involved with doing stunts, and it takes probably 10 years to master. So I've been at it since the early 80s, and I understand every facet of stunts. So
Wow. So you literally went to school, college, university to learn to do stunts?
no, I had no intentions of doing stunts at the time. I was racing motorcycles when I was in college, and racing cars a little bit. And then somebody asked me to do a commercial for their father's dealership, car dealership, and I went, yeah, So I jumped motorcycle over some trucks that made the commercial, and then got a call on a national basis from Pepsi. Did a commercial for them. I'm going, well, this stunt stuff's really paying pretty well. So once I graduated, the stunts aided and helped me with the engineering degree, helped me with the stunts to calculate and put the science into it in order to be safe and not get hurt. So
Wow, that's very interesting to know that I've met so many people. They have beautiful gifts, they have beautiful talent, but I've never met somebody who risked his life or her life to do something which looks like real. So it was very impressive, and I'm really happy to meet you. And even before when we were talking, I said, "Oh Lord, you gave people so many different gifts. I have never aware of this, and there is a study also for that, so that's another good thing to know. We are so fortunate about that."
yes, yes. Yeah, it's just something that the Christianity side of me. I grew up in the church with a mom and dad that went to church. They served the church. That I never felt the Holy Spirit until I got older. I had my own kids, and then I'm like, I started going to church. I'm like, all right, Lord, I hear you. And I moved back to the Midwest, and I wanted to serve the church in some way, serve God, and I volunteered for the Sunday school for the preschoolers, and I think the Lord put it in my heart to say, no, you know how to do stunts. Let's go do it for me. I'm like, yeah, I can hear you. So, and it started. So my first movie was Undaunted, the Josh McDowell story. He's a nationally known religious speaker, and he goes into a lot of colleges and speaks to college kids. And then I went from there to Ragamuffin, the Rich Mullins story. He's the writer and singer of Our God is an Awesome God, church music. And from there, I went to Beyond the Mask. And after Beyond the Mask, I did The Reliant, I did Turbulent. These were all faith based. And along that path, there's been a lot of scripts come to me that I'll sit down and read. And some of them I'm like, no, I learned that at church last week, so I think I'm okay with not having to see that. And hopefully that comes out in the right way. I feel that we as Christians put ourselves in bubbles, and we're afraid to go outside of that bubble and experience the world in its naturally ugly state. And
Yeah, you're right. We don't want to be just sitting inside the building, inside the church. We need to go out because the fresh water, according to Bible, the fresh water should go out, and it brings life. Fresh water is always bringing life. So the water which stays in one place, it becomes dirty water and it doesn't have life. So you're right. You have to go out. You have to do something which the whole world can see. So that's how you're in USA and I'm in Canada and we are meeting. So God is bringing so many people from all over the world, I would say, towards this project. Tell us something about how we met and how did you find Hannah's Dream script?
Um, we met through a third party, and she knows who she is. She introduced me to you because she knew there was an explosion that had to happen within the script. And of course, when I heard that, I was more than happy to find out more about it. So we met face to face. The first introduction was great. I listened to your business side and I thought she knows what she's doing. I've heard this when I was in Hollywood, and except this is just another cleaner version. Let's put it that way. It's taking part in this. To say that Hannah's Dream is a Christian film, there's the small elements of it. There's seeds in there, but at the same time, it shows the world, or it shows our world how ugly things are out of our country. And so, I've had kids that have went to war in Kuwait and Iraq here recently. And so some of the stories I heard, and when Hannah's Dream came to me, I read it. I'm like, yeah, I want to do this, So, it does show ugliness, but at the same time, it stirs a curiosity of us trying to change, whether it be through prayer or physically going out to change it on our own. My background back in 2016, I did a zombie movie, and in the movie, a truck blows up. I come out on fire, and at first I thought, Lord, you want me doing this? And it's like the Lord put in my heart to say, you know what, this is where I need to be, because I got prepped, get ready to do the stunt. I was down on one knee praying. I got everybody dressed up as zombies, so I'm praying, and I'm very bold with my faith. And then when I come home, then a few production people called and said, good for you. Thanks for, showing your Christianity. You weren't afraid to do it. And we took notice. And I went, okay. So, all right, Lord, that's where you want me. Here we go.
Thank
So
you.
Hannah's Dream, Hannah's Dream, I received, I read it again, I wrote it around. And the reason I think about it a little bit is, what can I do as my job on the film as a stuntman? What can I do? And my job is to help you increase production value. So I'll take one stunt usually, and I'll put my hands all over it, and a lot of times I'll perform it. And every time I've done that with faith-based or films that people need to see, it's made the trailer, So I'm like, all right, I know I'm on a roll here, So, and what's been nerve-wracking and a little disheartening to me is all the action I've done, whether it be Beyond the Mask or The Reliant, or I haven't really been challenged in the faith-based or this kind of world to produce action sequences that can shock people. And Hannah's Dream has some things in there that I know I can set up and shock people with, and that you're
Thank
going to
you.
remember. And yeah, we need to pray after you see that. You're going to want to go, wow, is that really going
Thank
on? Yes, it
you.
is.
Thank you
So.
for reading. Thank you for rereading. And thank you for making this whole look that you are involved already in the project. The way you are expressing or expressed before, it shows that you are already feeling that as you are in that movie right now. So that's really honor for me and for Hannah's Dream Project. Thank you so much for doing that. Would you like to say something to the audience in the end, the people you worked with, and how we can make this more successful?
Yeah, if you want to, ask me questions, if you're out there in the audience and you say, hey, I might be interested in getting involved with producing or funding, or feel free to shoot me a question, Shaw_Richard@yahoo.com. You can just send me an email. I'll be happy to answer your questions the best I know how. If I don't know, I will be calling you to get those answers, or I will send them to you, that particular person. So at this point, it's this. I call this gearing up. We're gearing up the project. People are kind of falling in line that are drawn toward it. And so far, I've heard positive things with other people I've worked with that's shown interest. And hopefully, those other people I've worked with decide to come on full blown and ready to go, because now they know that I'm ready to go do what I got to do. And so we'll bring that violence to life, and we do it in a way that you're going to remember. You're going to remember, and you're going to want to pray and say, "Wow, Lord, I didn't know this was happening that bad." You know, we do see it in the news, but we've gotten numb to it, and so hopefully I can, you know, when it comes to filming, I can take it beyond what the news showed you and say, "This is what really happened." And
Thank you.
All
Thank
right.
you so much again, Rick. It's an honor to meet you and learn about all these stunt things, which are very new to me. I've never heard in my whole life that there is somebody who does real killing and murder and blood scene and everything. So it was very shocking to me when I got connected with you. So thank you for your time. Thank you for being here. And I would still request whoever is watching this video, we still need a lot of people with the production development phase. We are looking for more people, more volunteers. And if God has given you any talent, any skills, and you think you can contribute, please join us. We would love to hear, talk, meet, and work in unity. So the glory goes all to God. Thank you so much, Rick. Honor to meet you.
All right. Bless you. Be
God
good.
bless you too.